I'm markeedragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I got another question here. This one's from Kathy. And Kathy asks, let's see, the quality of your videos are always so crisp. And I was wondering what cam or software you use. Myself and my husband will be creating an online course and may need some to create some videos. Would love to hear from you. Well, let me tell you this. The quality of the camera is not as important as the quality of the content. So, you can use, like this right here, I'm using a little handy cam. Let's see if I got a second one here. I do. Let me show you a camera. So the camera I'm using right now to film is my most compact one. It's only about this big. And it's all digital, there's no tape in it or anything. And this one right here is one that I use sometimes whenever I'm handheld. You know, I've seen you guys comment sometimes, oh my God, Marky, that cameraman is so good. He follows you around everywhere and he does such a good job. It's me holding the camera like this. I've got a wide angle lens on here and it's an attachment. So you can see it here. And I just pull this off here, and there is the actual camera. So this is one of my portable cameras, and I use this sometimes when I'm outside, and I'm the only one there, and I don't have a tripod, and I'll film stuff. This little camera that I'm using right in here is a JVC Averio. And it is a $350 camera, not very expensive, and it seems to do a good job. And this one I actually chose because it does very well in low light, and it's very compact. And so there's some different considerations, and this is why I have multiple cameras, because I use them in multiple areas. But there's some different considerations. So now the stuff that you're probably talking about that's super crisp, that you're impressed with and everything, well, that's a whole different ball game, because the little cameras here, the little Chevys, they're not very expensive, and they don't have a whole lot of features, but they seem to do a good job. They get you from point A to point B. But here now we have a Ferrari. So this is the camera that I use when I'm out in the field most. This camera is, well, let's just say that, I'm going to put it back down here. Let's just say that it's a Canon Professional Series camera, and they are more expensive, and it does get the super crisp pictures and the great colors and everything, but for doing your own video stuff and everything, you don't need that. It's way overkill. I got that as a gift, and the majority of it was a gift, and so I only had to add a little bit to it, and I got that, and I love the camera, don't get me wrong, but could I do all of my videos off this little $300 camera? Yes. In fact, have you ever looked at our erratic and sporadic stuff that I've done? All of those videos are done on flips. Flips are less than $100 each. They do really great video and audio. They're really impressive. So you don't need a lot of money. Now, as far as video editing software, for the smaller cameras I use Pinnacle. And Pinnacle, $125 for the professional version, or the pro version, I think they call it. And I'm able to edit everything in there. It's not real fancy, the transitions are not real nice and stuff, but it gets the job done. And remember, when you're making videos, it's more about the content than it is the quality of the camera. The only other thing that's really important is the audio. You gotta be able to hear everything that's being said, because even if the video goes away, you can still hear the audio and understand exactly what I'm saying. So, you can see how important that is. So, anyway, I guess I also have to, now one of the sucky things about having this big camera, this big Canon camera, it's a professional grade camera. It's like, and I'll brag here for just a second, but it's like the same thing the BBC uses in the field. And the problem with it, though, is that it has a professional file format. And you'd be like, so what? You know, well, the problem with that is Pinnacle cannot edit its videos. You have to use something like Adobe Premiere, or I believe Sony Vegas says it can do it, and that might be one of the cheapest ones that can edit the video off of this camera. It is a pain in the ass. In Windows, I cannot natively just click on the file and look at the video to see which video I'm looking at. I have to load up Adobe Premiere, and then I have to load the file in there, and then it has to you know, compile all of the audio and everything to get it ready for me to view it, and it takes a couple of minutes to view each video just to see what the video is. So there's some drawbacks to that, but it's the higher quality as well. And I really enjoy using it, and I'm very thankful for the gift of that camera, you know, the majority of the money of that camera to me. And it, I'll probably keep it for several years. And some of these cameras, in fact, let me show you my original camera. This right here is one of my original cameras. It's got a wide-angle lens on it, and this is so that I could hold it out like this and film myself. And it's required to have a little wide-angle lens whenever you do that, because otherwise you cut your face off. You know, you only see this much instead of the rest. So wide-angle lens is necessary. Anyway, this old JVC, I probably paid about $300 for it new, but it's a hard drive version. You can probably find these at pawn shops now for less than $100. And I don't know if this has any battery power or not. Seems to. It has been a really good camera, and yeah, you can see here. Oh, it's probably zoomed way in. So there we go. Back out. Okay. And so this camera has been really nice. It doesn't do high def, but it has really good audio recording, and it's really small. And I've even done some things like strap them to my Hummer and go off-roading. I used to have 3 of these. The other 2 did not survive. But, you know, it's a great little camera. And this is like a JVC GZ MG 130U, if you want to go look it up. I can tell you something else, too. The discount stores that sell JVC cameras, almost all my cameras are JVC except for that big one that I was showing you. The reason I've gone with JVC is because they're high quality, and the cameras, you know, I've been able to buy like $400 cameras for like $300. And the reason for that is JVC has a bigger profit margin than like Sony or some of the others. And that profit margin is the discounted resellers are willing to come down on the price then. And so you can actually negotiate on JVC cameras much better than you can on like Sony cameras or Canon cameras. And it's because they offer a higher margin. So that's just a little bit of business for you, in a way that you can maybe get a little bit more bang for your buck. But anyway, so there's your cameras. Pinnacle is the cheap editing software. It'll allow you to make the cuts and everything. Adobe Premiere is a more expensive software. I don't know, it was like $700-800. I really didn't want to have to pay that much, and in fact I'm running one version older because I haven't wanted to pay for the upgrade. You know, the upgrade itself is going to be like $400, and I just haven't wanted to do that. So anyway, hope that answers your questions. Kathy, good luck with your new venture with doing some videos. And oh, how about a code? I know you guys are probably getting sick of these Xbox Live codes, but you know, here we go. So let me get this one here. Here, I gotta kind of fold this because I gotta hide some of this stuff on here. I don't want you to see it all. Does that make sense? Okay, this is 2100 Xbox Live points for Europe. And there we go, it's focused on that. And yep, more European codes. Sorry guys, but that's just what I have available at the moment. So, you know, enter in that code, see if you can get it. If you're the first one to claim it, what I mean is not just writing it down, but actually claiming it. Put a comment in the description or in the comments section saying that you got the code, and that way everybody else doesn't have to worry about trying. So anyway, I'm markeedragon. Take care.
You should subscribe to his channel because he's going to give away the sword.
So tell me, if you won this sword, what would you do with it?
Oh my goodness, I would be in seventh heaven to begin with. Then I think I would pick a place in my house that was probably where everyone would see it and hang it on the wall.
Wow, this is how much you love the game?
I love it. I love it more than any other game.
Do you know what game we're talking about?
Well, I can pretend, can I?
Okay, so everybody subscribe.
Just look at this. Yes, subscribe.
Yep.
And you may be the winner of this beautiful sword. Check it out.
Thank you, Linda.
Okay.